Hello, and welcome to the Rangaroo with me, Rangaroo, and today we are doing a 4v4 on Bloody Ridge. So, on Team Run, on the NATO side to the left, we have Master Moof, General Joff, Trusty, and Coffee Zombie. And on Team 2, on the Red 4 side, we have NATO Potato, McMacky, Raven, and Farazon. So, let's speed things up and get things going, sorry. So everyone place down markers. Most of the NATO guys doing that, yo. Trusty's sending help up in town. Andrew should be starting any second now. And away we go. Any planes? Are there going to be any planes at all? Nope, no planes whatsoever. And it's going to be standard. Okay, we've got what, F-15Cs coming out. 2 Phantom, 2 Napalm bombers. Seems like a destination is going to be Foxtrot. Yep, definitely. Probably going to try and napalm the road to stop any tank pushes coming up, as Foxtrot is usually the tank engagement area. Napalm is going to be dropped. That's going to stop the T-80 from going across. And they're going to go around through the side road, taking them a little bit longer. A little bit of action in the town. We've got the Mi-25 with the bloody big rockets stopping that light rifleman armoured convoy. And now here comes the A, and that's not going to work out too well. Artillery supporting. What artillery do we have? Some MTLB Vasilisks. And all the way back here we got a BM-27 Ergen. And Red 4 are going to get to the top town. The first runs in, Phantoms being brought out, and they're going to start dropping bombs. And there is the napalm covering them up directly, quite nicely. And these are the Czech ones directly, and not the Russian ones. Which have a slightly worse RPG, yeah, pretty bad RPG. The RPG 75 that you see here, it's not entirely good. It's very similar to the American Rifleman Law. Not good at all. Got some OT-62 Vidras going around. He's actually a like a towpath vehicle. Got a bloody cannon on top, making him pretty decent. We're dealing with like the armoured threats. More bombs dropping onto the NATO task force that's trying to move up. A lot of AAOs trying to stop any planes be coming through. Some flak Panzers, a lot of cheap Vulcans. These are the 20-point Vulcans. Marines in the town getting first blood on the motos. With flamethrower support from the M161 Zippo. Down south, we got a bit of a tank push here. T-72 is just base. Going across this very narrow ridge, which is usually very hard to attack, as you do need smoke and a lot of napalm to get through. And you do got a bit of a push in the middle from NATO of Amron on P. Abrams, M1 Abrams. A bunch of good old American tanks. But they're going to get past 2 T-80 Rams. A very formidable force, even though it's not really many of them. I mean, they can wreck all these tanks quite easily. Got more artillery up top as the blue 4 tanks try to go around through the south. Got T-72 BU holding the line, as well as good old artillery support. Phantoms coming out. They're going to be dropping napalm on the T-80 UM, and that is going to make her life a little bit more hot. And NATO is just using a very good job of planes. As Red 4, they hardly have any AA whatsoever. So they're just taking advantage of it, in fact, and spamming all the planes they can. You got another Super Etnard up here. I know one of these guys, Master Moose, is using an airborne deck, and he's on the NATO side. So he's probably the he's probably the team's air support. I believe Coffee Zombie, if I look here real fast. There's just using a normal USA deck. So there's 2 Phantoms and 1 A-10 Thunderbolt as his airborne force. Only one A-10, but it's like a vet one. Huh. Guess that's what we really need. But in the middle, top town, I kind of like to think of this as the middle of the map. It's where the action goes. It's an infantry town fight back and forth with Marines and motos. There's a lot more Marines and Panzergrenadiers here with better equipment and better training. So they're probably going to clear these guys out. Zensky or Zenstides may be a bit of an issue, as I do have a flamethrower. And more artillery being fired from the Basilisk. Cool thing about the Basilisk, it fires all its salvos at the same time, so they just hit in one giant go instead of over time. And in the middle, it's T80 Homes having to reposition, losing a bit of HP, probably due to being in that napalm. And they have managed to pretty much destroy all the Blue 4 tanks down there, yeah. All the Abrams and Chaparrals. But they did manage to get a foothold up here into the northern forest. With just some infantrymen. SPC-7 looks like a little bit recon and a little bit too far. Will I get the Radevkas? It's going to be pretty close. Radevka's one rocket. It's going to make it count. Oh! Good use of the final rocket. Saving himself from an untimely death to an autocannon. And Blue 4 do have the town under their control. It's going to be a huge plus for them, as it's pretty easy to defend once you got it fully under your control. Just plop ATGM guys all around and stop anyone from really coming in. And there's not really too much in Echo at the moment, so they could probably push through. They got some armoured vehicles here to attack. Well, Red 4 hardly have anything. Bringing up some more infantry, which won't exactly helping them in the Echo fight unless they really plan to try and attack that town, which probably won't work. Down in the middle, we got napalm being dropped. Oh, very good Apache longbow position. Great arsenal to have, especially on this map, as it's very open-ended maps. That allows the Apache longbow to spot the target at extremely long distances, then engage them with the very nasty Hellfire missiles. And Red 4 are actually going to be doing a little bit of a push onto the top forest. They've got some BMPs, some MTLBVs, and mostly a lot of more Stracklys to try and attack out forest. And TATU is always a nice thing to add on. It's like the cherry on top of any single Red 4 armed force. There's a Apache longbow coming in, Skyhawk doing a good little strafing run there with its rockets, but it does get shot down in the process. And the second run doesn't even get a chance to fire, as the SU-27PU just comes out of nowhere and devastates it. They got a bunch of everyone on P Abrams being brought out, a good battalion platoon drive. THE going to be pulling back a bit, even though it's good on full HP. And we still have these two TAT Rams in the back here, ready to serve the motherland. So if those M1-1Ps try to push up them TATUs and just pop up, hit into this tree line and shoot them before he can get halfway across the open field. Up top here, NATO taking advantage of the emptiness of the Echo sector, and they pretty much have it under their control. The hardest part of taking Echo is this little stretch of forest here, as the enemy can just bring like an infantry unit up here and slowly but surely crawl it across the forest. So just as long as I keep out of a nice amount of napalm all over, so we're able to keep it under their control. There's also another great place to pop a nice little sneaky CV here for Red 4. Try and deny enemy in the area for a little bit longer. But it is not looking good for Red 4 at all. They lost the entirety of the top side. So they're really going to either have to push through Foxtrot or push through Goth. And even though Goth is pretty lightly defended, it could be durable. But it is a quite hard feat to attack Goth in any single situation, as if they move one big force across this very narrow pathway, two Phantoms can completely stop that push, and that allows reinforcements to come up. So we got the Abrams moving up. Where did the TATUs go? They fell back a little bit. Only one TATU Ram still alive. Yeah, definitely not good for Red 4. Definitely not good. They got some T-72 reinforcements being brought out, but they're not the best tanks against M1-1Ps. And these are just the base T-72s, they don't get the auto-loader bonus. And now Blue 4 just kind of foot zerging over the Foxtrot. F-15C Eagle going after the Su-27M. Oh, the Yak run 4-1 comes in for the save, but I think one of the last missiles before the F-15 got shot down managed to fire and hit the Su-27. So he managed to achieve victory in death. You've got Leclerc being a little bit ballsy going through the forest. It's pretty, I know, dangerous to bring your tanks in these close quarters engagements like this. As you see, one more directly knocked out. A bit of HP off that Leclerc. Or it takes this wrong good side or rear shot, and the tank's completely out of action. Same as HC Abrams. Flag bombs are not going to have any of that. Destroying them with the very powerful 35mm AA guns. So to speed this up a wee bit. Slightly slow. Slow going, got some T-72s trying to attack in the bottom of Echo. That's not going to work for the ML. Got BTRDs, they're going to be unloading some VDV-90s. And some good old smoke support to try and cover the advance. But the KPC Keeler with a 20mm autocannon, not gonna allow them to push through the forest. Panther is getting some shots off the BTRDs, and Red 4 are just not in a good position at all. They're trying to stop PSM1 on P8 advance, which is base T-72s. Here comes the longbow. Oh, but Igler N in a very nice spot. As he's gonna be turning off his rocket show. Don't know, why did he turn it off? He could have got maybe another shot off the longbow. And you don't have to treat them like radar AA either. It's bloody infrared. You can just keep them on, keep the missiles on, and you won't get seated, as it is IR. Got got Phantom and a Prowler being brought out. And be trying to do a siege run, but just looking back here, there's not really any radar AA at all. I got Tunguska, but he hasn't turned off his gun. And because the radar gun is on. Oh, as he went for another EA piece. And there's the M1-Ps moving up there. Quite low on fuel here, just because I've been going back and forth. And this is where T-72s can sign us in CQC. The T-72 is very good at that, as it's nice and cheap. Same for T-80M, just getting a run shot off the M1-P. As the closer you are to water tank, the more AP damage you do to it. Because these are kinetic energy guns. The closer they are, the more armor you can penetrate. And the more armor you can penetrate, the more the enemy that you can kill. Speaking of getting killed, a rifleman just trying to move across our open field of Zergnet. Slowly but surely walking across. Kinda look like molasses all the way up here. So they try to gain some ground into the forest. They got motos firing at long range with the machine guns. And surely it's gonna be down for Red for the piss. Somewhere like in the middle or somewhere down south, because they are losing +3 at the moment. And that is not good at all. Got mortars firing onto the forest, and it's pretty easy area to just saturate with artillery, because this is the only place they can hide. So might as well just bomb it to hell and back. That's exactly what they're doing. Getting an MTLBV in the process. And the VDV-90s holding on. RT's counter-artillery and the Basilisks. And there's counter-artillery in the NATO RT and the retaliation of them counter-artillery in the Red 4 artillery. A lot of counter-artillery in. The Su-24M going to be dropping bombs in the top forest. I could get a Chaparral. I don't think he's going to make it out. Oh nope, Chaparral getting a good old kill, and it actually survives with 1 HP, you lucky bugger. There's a couple more inches a little bit down south and it would have been blown up to bits. And we've got 2 Su-24s, some Seed AA Not going to be finding any radar seed planes. I do apologise. I'm not going to be finding any radar aid to shoot to just pull out empty-handed. I mean, most of the radar artillery is up top, and that's just a few flak panzers that are still here. Yeah, it's got one flak panzer. Yeah, Blue 4 managing to capture the top side Echo Forest. Probably not going to be able to move into Charlie. It's quite a long distance array, the supply lines. And they can just keep spawning stuff in and out. But it's a great place to harass and maybe get a CV kill. Oh, and yeah, I don't want to fly or a plane. Oh, holy crap, that survived quite long, considering there's two Su-25s, an Su-27, and a MiG-23ML right behind him. I mean, that was a Super Narjak almost could. Just almost. More artillery firing. The DF Latunga's got all flared up, and he is going to be the artillery practice for today. A sell after sell of what caliber? Yeah, 107mm mortars fire all around him, but he does survive with only 1 HP, and he has turned off his gun, thankfully. Got some Euros coming up to resupply, and they actually have spotted a T-72B. They've just got Rangers in a very nice position, nice frontal forward scouting position, but they still do not have eyes on the Southern Forest, which you never really have eyes on. There's a Vasquez and not firing. And you see just instant counter artillery from Red 4, but NATO are smart and they are moving every time they shoot and scoop maneuvers. And finally, actually, a CV being brought up into Foxtrot. A fake capture, which will give Blue 4 a +3 once again. MiG-27K flying over. Oh, that completely misses the tanks. And an Su-24, not going to find any radar A8. Oh! Came maybe like 30 seconds later, could have got that Hawk which was set up. And yeah, oh, he's smart bugger. He turned off the Hawk as the Su-24 flew over, and he one-shots it. Good micromanaging, yeah, from General Joff. Su-25 coming in. I'm trying to get some ATGM runs as Blue 4 are going to do a big ground offensive to try and take the Southern Foxtrot or Southern Eastern Foxtrot Forest with Saradins, M1 Abrams and M90 ITVs. And Abrams just getting destroyed as they moved up. VDV's getting some nice long range shots off. Yeah, it seems like Red 4 are going to be able to hold on. They are going to be able to hold on to the southeastern Foxtrot Forest. They keep bringing up a lot more tanks, more T-72s, more T-80Us. They're starting to bring up some big heavy AA now. Some boot-cam runs. Yeah, I got T-72 Modernas, BRDM-3s, T-72s LP. They're going for a full-on tank offensive. The only problem is Blue 4 are pretty dug up in Echo, or dug in Echo. They got M1A2s, combats, so the whole area secured. So I fear that these guys are not going to do all that well. I mean, once they get that smoke, that side shots from the KPZ Keelers and M1A2 Abrams, and side shots from the Panther Grenadiers and MBT-70, you see just two tanks die instantly. Blue 4 had it perfectly set up where I could shoot both flanks of the tanks. And Red 4 setting all their tanks into the southern-eastern forest. Lots of T-72s and whatnot in there, and this is what they need to do, Blue 4, just napalm the crap out of it. Just deny them having access to that forest. They're bringing up a lot of riflemen, it seems. Riflemen, light riflemen, just a lot of infantry. Like trying to do a Footzerg here. Footzerg into Foxtrot. And they still haven't tried anything in Goth. I mean, there's nothing in Goth. There's one CV and 2 light rifleman squad, nothing too scary. It's probably be their best bet. They do have a recon car all the way around here, but they haven't actually bothered moving it into Goth and seeing if it's possible or not. And this is where you really want to be aggressive with your recon in your matches. If you think an area is heavily fortified, just check. You never know, it's a 5-point crappy infantry recon squad. Sometimes that area may be heavily fortified, other times there may be no one in it. You can just take it right for yourselves. And that's the power of recon. The power of having eyes over the battlefield. And yeah, we got Footzerg. Rifleman and Footzerg. I would like to know how he has split up all his rifleman squads into groups of run, so they won't all get stunned up. Yeah, he attack moved them as well, which is, well, it's kind of a smart thing to do. Because when they attack move, they stop, and when they stop, they can fire their rocket launcher, and they can't fire the rocket launcher while on the move. The only weapon infantry can fire on the move is assault rifle, unless a machine gun has the CQC stat or trait. And Blue 4 completely taking over the forest, the Red 4 forest line just to the east of Echo. And at +9, today, okay, they took out, they sort of just, Red, did the CVs just disappear? Is this like a Magician's Vanison act? What the hell happened? I guess it just got bombed. Bombed by Blue 4th Air Force. Bloody hell. They lost every single run of their CVs on all of our sectors. They got one on Charlie, that's about to cap it, but bloody hell. It's like a Houdini Magician's act. And now I'll make my CVs disappear. Voila. Wow. +9. That's going to bring Blue 4 for victory. I think Red 4, they're not even going to bother trying moving their CVs into the sector. They know that is going to be a GG for them. Damn. Damn. Look at the KDs, it's not too far-fetched. Blue 4 getting 1,000 more and Red 4. It's pretty even. But yeah, very good match from Blue, being very aggressive, taking a lot of sectors, taking the complete north, and being aggressive into the middle Foxtrot area. Red 4 could have brought a bit more AA off the start, because Blue 4, they brought a whole bloody airborne decks, and they just spammed those phantoms to deny Red 4 any... to deny Red 4 from moving up. And Red 4 as well could have been a bit more aggressive with their recon. They could have attacked Goth, which was completely wide open, even though it can be hard to take, as I had mentioned before. A quick good old bum rush into here can secure the sector easy peasy like. But yeah, good match overall. It's been enough ring recasts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and most importantly, take it easy.